it's like you can set the personality on it, and it gives you funny things when you open it. And it says Jeff Bezos is stepping down as CEO of Amazon so he can spend more time swimming in his pool filled with gold coins.
He's like Scrooge McDuck, right?
Yeah.
That what that means.
Yeah, good for him. I'd retire too if I was him.
He's literally... I hate the guy. Anyway.
No, I don't hate him.
He's kind of a crappy person.
I don't know. He just divorced his wife. Doesn't make him crappy.
I don't know. No, he's done a lot more than that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. Maybe we should do a lot more loving around here and a lot less hating.
Well...
The world would be a better place.
I love you, Troy.
Hey, I try to love as many people as I can. As long as they don't do anything personal wrong to me, I usually don't hate too many people.
Remember...
Other than LeBron.
Yesterday when I said...
Got him.
Remember yesterday when I said that we sometimes do bits and then we forget about them, do whatever else. We used to do National Day, you know.
National Day.
I brought that up a couple weeks ago. I missed that.
What's National Day today?
Actually, it's funny you mention it because it's hard to reach out and get people whatever, and I'm busy doing other things. It's National Women in Sports Day, so...
Look
How about that? Aww.
Yeah.
It's my day.
She didn't even know it.
So, I mean, really, we should have been reaching out to Lucy and Kimberly.
Here,
and
have a sip of my Waterloo water.
No.
Oh.
I don't want your
Lucy,
cooties.
Emily, Kimberly, Jessica, Felicia. I need to talk to her, too.
Melanie Newman.
Yeah. And then Jennifer Fisher, I told you about that. She's now
NASCAR.
She's the information director, the social media information director.
Even though she only knows that she thinks that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win every game. Leah, you're a member of the female sports committee too.
But I said that, and I'm like, I should have known today, and I guess I can look up later what other things that are going on today. But we're going to look at some other records. But the cold question, if I can continue that, the cold question right off the top.
Why
of the
is
air.
it the cold question?
I don't know, because we're fresh. We're not warmed up yet.
All right.
Our brains aren't warmed up.
I like the name.
We're coming out cold.
Yeah.
It's hot takes. Like, we're not warmed up yet.
Okay.
It's not like 1:15. I'm like, well, your brain's been going since we've been talking about it. Let me ask you a question about this. The cold question.
Wow, Easer A's.
What'd he say?
On our Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, our friend Easer A's says, Coral, I think you have to know something about sports to celebrate.
Oh, low blow.
But that being
Easer
said, I would have to
A's.
know something about sports, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I mean, I played sports. I played a lot of sports.
Yeah.
I know things about sports. I just am not an encyclopedia
And this
like
is not
these two
a
guys.
question that's
I'm
going.
not. I'm
this
just
is not a question that's
old and
going to.
dumb.
You're not automatically going to go, oh, this is going to happen. It's a question of where I'm going to have to say, like, you're going to say, hey, well, give me this one, and I can give it to you later. What Super Bowl?
Can I circle back?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Just as a joke.
Yeah.
If anybody out there
What?
gets it, thank you.
What individual
Yeah.
Super Bowl record
Okay.
is going to be broken this weekend?
Woof.
Now, you can ask me anything. I've got the Super Bowl records in front of me.
What?
Because I've got like 5.
Super Bowl record is going to be broken this weekend.
Which one has the best possibility? You know, like when we talk about the baseball year, and we're like, okay, the 56-game winning streak is going to happen.
Is it the age of the coach?
No.
Right now, Belichick is the oldest to win
Yeah.
it. But Arians wins.
Individual performance.
Individual performance. What one has the best chance of being broken?
Yeah, and you can give me any category, and I can give you the what it is, what you think it is.
Let's see here.
You want me to start? You can say yes or no. We'll go from there.
What's the number one receiving yards? Who holds that? Is it
Receiving yards?
Jerry Rice?
I like where your head's at. All right, you came out completely different.
I think it's going to be a game through the air.
Yards?
Yeah. Who has the most receiving yards in the Super Bowl?
Jerry Rice.
There you go. I thought it was Jerry Rice.
215.
I like Rice.
Oof.
The over-under for Tariq Hill is like 92 and a half.
Oh,
I mean, I
boy.
know he had see, the thing is, I'm reading and stuff, that the chances that he's going to have that 200-yard performance and a half against this defense the second time around is I'm sorry. Adjustments are being made. These coaches are so smart. Both sides.
Do you want?
Obviously.
Let's keep going. You want game receptions?
I want rushing yards
Okay, in a game.
in the Super Bowl.
Obviously, yeah, duh.
Let me guess who holds it.
Okay.
Is it Marshall Faulk?
No.
Give me a hint.
Super Bowl 22? You're not going to know the name.
22.
These Rays might know the name.
Time ago.
John Riggins?
That Riggins was Super Bowl. That was an 83 Super Bowl. So that would have been
22
17.
would have been 90.
22 was an 88.
So it was a Redskin?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Timmy Smith.
Nope.
204 yards.
Good Lord. All right. Rushing touchdowns in a Super Bowl.
Rushing touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Okay. Okay. In a Super Bowl.
In a Super Bowl. Is it like 4?
It is not.
It's 3.
It is 3.
Emmitt Smith.
Nope. Emmitt Smith has tied for second twice with 2.
Okay. At 3. Oh, John Riggins.
No.
Marcus Allen.
No. He is at 2 also.
Dang it. Who is it?
Terrell Davis.
Oh, that's a good guy. I should have known that one too. Let's see. Receiving touchdowns.
Receiving touchdowns?
I believe that's probably 3 or 4.
It's 3.
And that's
It's
also
only
Jerry Rice.
It has happened in the playoffs, I believe, in the playoffs combined, I believe only 4 times, but I can't quote that. In the playoffs. 2 out of those 4 are Jerry Rice, and both of them were in the Super Bowl. Yes. He scored 3 touchdowns in Super Bowl 29 and in Super Bowl 24.
Does it have anything to do with the quarterbacks?
You can ask about a quarterback thing too, yeah. We're trying to figure out which one would be broken. That's the thing.
Passing touchdowns.
We have some guesses in the Facebook.
I believe that I know. Actually, I because I already looked at it. Passing touchdowns is 6 in a game.
6?
Yes, by Steve Young. Joe Montana
That
had
was
5.
Super Bowl 24.
That was
29.
Super Bowl 29. Yep. And then the 5 from Joe Montana was 24. Tom Brady had 4. Aikman had 4. Doug Williams had 4. Terry Bradshaw had 4. I don't think 6 is going to come up. It's you know what? Hold on. That's pretty good. Passing yards one, and actually Chip brought it up on here. The passing yards one is very high as well.
What is it, 400?
It's over that.
500?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Warner?
505. No, it was Brady.
Oh, it was Tommy?
Yeah. And they did 466. He has number 2. Then Warner has 3 and 4.
Okay.
At 415, 377.
Okay.
Then Nick Foles at 373. Warner when he was with St. Louis. Oh, I'm sorry. The number 4 was when he was with Arizona. The number 6 is St. Louis at 365. Then Don McNabb, Joe Montana, Tom Brady again. And then Doug Williams at 340. And keep in mind, what are we at? It's at
320 for Brady, 305 for Brady, 320 for
I think it was
Patrick.
actually lower than that. I think it was like 286. 325.
It was 305.
286. 325 for him. So,
I could see Mahomes breaking it if they have to.
505. No, I don't think
comeback.
that's happening. I don't think the 6 is happening.
I can see Brady breaking it.
I can see the longest pass.
What is it?
85 yards.
To Larry Fitzgerald. Longest passing touchdown in NFL history, football, Super Bowl, Larry Fitzgerald.
No, but that was really close.
Who was it?
Jake Delhomme for the Panthers.
Threw it to.
I don't know.
What's the longest receiving touchdown then?
Good idea. See, you'd know how to do this.
If it was Jake Delhomme, then it was probably to
Mashim Muhammad.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So probably on the top 10 of Vasco's thing. Yeah.
And then number 2 is Larry Fitzgerald.
No, his was in the 60s.
Okay.
Antonio Freeman's at 81. Rod Smith at 80. Ricky Sanders, Kenny King, John Stallworth, John Mackey, Isaac Bruce, John Stallworth again. But no, it's not up there. But I know this was like, because I just read it the other day. It was in the 60s because then they had to do a drive for to catch the pass. Santonio Holmes. It came right after Larry Fitzgerald. They thought put a dagger in it. So it was in the 60s, 60-yard reception. I think it was 64.
God, I was rooting for the Cardinals so bad on that game.
So the 85 yards one, I don't think game receiving yards. 3 touchdowns is possible.
I'd say 3 touchdowns, 4 possibly, depending on what happens in the red zone area. I can see Mike Evans being a target a lot. I can see, obviously, Travis Kelce being a target a lot. so that you could tie it or get more than that depending on what's going on. I mean, 4 is going to be a lot, but I mean, I still think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Obviously, I said 32-27, so that's at least 3 or 4 touchdowns per team.
Is this in play? 4 sacks in a game.
Who has that?
Tampa Bay. The offensive line of Kansas City's kind of beat up.
Yeah, but
who has it?
Is it Denver Broncos?
No.
Is it
Super Bowl 10?
So it's the Steelers?
Yeah. God, you're good.
You're literally just a wealth of knowledge.
We just got done saying we don't know anything about sports. Let's go with that. Let's not beef them up now.
Yeah. Come on, man.
It's LC Greenwood.
Okay.
He's got 4
I'll
now.
tell you what, that I think
There's 5 that are tied to 3.
The O-line is the issue. And you got to remember they're one of the most dominant guys is that Canadian dude who gave up the entire season to go help out in Canadian hospitals because I believe he's some sort of doctor as well. I just throwing it out at you. I don't know everything, but yeah, that's huge, man. Telling you what, the O-line is where it's going to be, and a healthy D-line. Like Dominic Sue is a dirtiest player in the world, but he's good.
He is dirty.
This Vita Vea kid, man, I remember when he was coming out of Washington last year when they're drafting. I'm like, I loved that kid. I wanted Dallas to take him. I mean, he is a load, and now he's healthy. And then everything else coming off. I mean, they were getting around the corner and they were getting to Rodgers, and that Green Bay O line is better than the Kansas City O line, hands down better. Yeah, Jay. I'll take 5 sacks.
I like that one. I'm in on that one. What else did we say? What else did we say we liked? I'm in on the sacks.
They're gonna get that Smith guy spying on him. Oh, dude, come on. God, I love my prediction right now. I'm loving it so much more.
We have so many.
Sorry, Brad. I know Brad Hines is out there going to hit me.
Most passing attempts in a game. Super Bowl was 62 by Tom Brady. Jim Kelly was second with 58. Most passes.
Was that 62? That wasn't a loss, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure that's the one that they came back and won.
Oh, yeah.
And then the
probably.
most game passes completed is also the same one by Tom Brady. He has the first and second of 43 and 37.
Freaking goat.
All right. I do think that one is in play. And I do think the longest passing reception, 85 yards, is in play. I don't think game rushing attempts at 38 is definitely in play at all. Rushing yards is not in play. The longest rush is 75 yards.
Ooh, let me guess.
Yeah, okay, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
It's Marcus Allen.
No, he's number 2 with 74.
Darn it.
That was aggressive.
Does it tell you what Super Bowl?
It actually doesn't, but I'm sure I can pull it up.
Give me a hint. What team?
He was with the Steelers. Is this for real?
Steelers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Then there's too many Super Bowls to choose from.
Willie Parker?
Don't even know who that is.
Yeah, he was in, but he had to be in one of the Super Bowls that they won in
08?
in the 2. Yeah. Weird.
Okay. And he had 75-yard scamper.
I like that his name's Willie Parker, and then they put in parentheses on Pro Football Reference Fast Willie. Like, no one did. Of course, everyone called him Fast Willie. I don't need you, Pro Football Reference.
Willie.
I need you for
Free
a lot
Willie.
of things, Pro Football Reference, but I don't need for
Settle
nicknames.
down, pervert.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's a rating.
What?
All right, so here's what we like then.
You love sacks. These are
And we, again, the cold question, I guess we can keep coming back into it. It's a cold question, which we actually extended into 17 minutes here. But there's just some that you're like, got to throw it out. I like the 85-yard, which is going to be tough. I like the touchdown reception to be
85-yard what?
85 yards or more
Oh.
in the game. I do like the sack. I think that's in play. And we can move these into the longest rush, 75. I don't see that as much.
No, that's going to be hard. Not with these running backs.
All right. Did we mention this? When you brought it up, you brought up Kelsey. Game receptions.
Yeah.
James White, Super Bowl 51 for the New England Patriots. 14 game receptions.
Oh, I could see Kelsey beating that or tying that.
Yeah. I can see that too.
Kelsey's the one that's impossible to guard.
Yeah. It's because they spread everybody out and then get him open. Whatever it was 14.
Well, they make the matchup too hard. He's just too big.
Over
of a
85, 14 game receptions, and sacks so far is what we like and play. Receiving yards is out, 215. That's crazy. 3 touchdowns in a game.
Yeah.
Do we like it?
Yeah.
I think that best that's a push, but we like it. All right. Here's an interesting one. Most game points for. James White has it. He scored 20 points for the Patriots.
By the way, Jerry Rice has to be on the top 3 for longest touchdown receptions too.
Yes. He's got the most career points for, by the way, in the Super Bowl. He's also number 2 for game points for with 18. Terrell Davis, 18. Ricky Waters. Jerry Rice is on there twice. Roger Craig is on there at 18 as well.
All right, so on the touchdown reception, the longest yard one.
Okay.
Who was one?
Career reception. Longest reception. Muhsin Muhammad. Then Antonio Freeman with 81. Rod Smith with 80. Ricky Sanders with 80. Kenny King with 80. He's not in there at all. Oh. But he is the most career receiving yards.
I thought he had a really long one.
He's the most career receiving yards by over 225 yards.
How many? He played in, 5 Super Bowls?
Mm-hmm. And he has, like I said, he had 215 in one game. He has 589 career receiving yards. Lynn Swann is number 2 with 364. Edelman at 337. Andre Reed at 323. Deion Branch at 321. Gronk is at 297. He would need to record, let's just quick math, 40-plus yards to move into number 3 all-time. Actually,
yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Should we vote? We should bet on the over/under just to get him in there.
Yeah.
40 yards and he gets it. That's actually, I mean, these are the weird things that Brady pays attention to.
Well, Gronk's going to have at least a 25-yard reception on this.
So I'd say, Coral, write this down.
What?
The over/under for Rob Gronkowski reception yards. We need to look it up, and we're going to bet the over because we think he's going to get 40 yards and move up to number 3 all time in the most career receiving yards in Super Bowl history.
Gronk.
Yep.
Gronky.
We'll look it up in a second because I'm waiting on Jake too because I think we're going to
receiving yards. Jake's calling in?
Well, eventually. He hadn't replied back, but
Look at us.
We're going to...
Got guests, everyone.
Yeah.
Yay!
We're a professional radio show.
Well, look at us. And look at how the cold question just led into this.
And we're talking sports.
Huh. On Coral's day.
Who would have thought it?
On my day.
On Coral's day. Look at us go. But
Coral,
I say we continue this. Let's take a look at some records that we don't think that aren't just like individual, that will not be broken at all. The impossible ones, and say why is it impossible, and explain why. So let's take a break here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
Peace.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah.
You got it. I got to do it?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
We know that Quad Cities has been the proud place for Tri-City equipment since 1934. They've been located down there at 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. And if you need anything that has to do with restaurant equipment, kitchen cookware, refrigeration, utensils, you name it, they're the place to go. Check them out online at tricityequipment.com. Remember, they deliver to all Quad City residents and match all online pricing, Coral.
Yeah, get bent, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, retire, dude. Give them a call today, 563-322-5382. If you have any questions, remember, their showroom hours are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. But maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on this station. Get started today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's getlocalcustomersnow.com.
Let's start with all the people smitten by a certain sweetheart. Now narrow it to all those lovebirds who kind of let Valentine's Day sneak up on them and need to woo this sweetheart in a hurry. For you, you romantic but forgetful Cupid, Walgreens has great gifts for pickup in as little as 30 minutes. So whether it's a card and a box of candy or a bottle of perfume, Walgreens helps you get sweet gifts in a heartbeat. Aww.
This week, select Russell Stover chocolates are buy one, get one free. Of equal or lesser price, restrictions apply to pickup. See walgreens.com/pickup for details.
I'm Ari Wolf with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The official attendance figures expected for Super Bowl 55 at Raymond James Stadium have been released. 25,000 fans will gather to see Tom Brady's Buccaneers battle it out with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. There'll also be 30,000 cutouts. In the meantime, Chiefs receiver Demarcus Robinson and center Daniel Kilgore landed on the reserve COVID list Tuesday after their barber tested positive. Neither player tested positive, so both could still play Sunday. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports that the Falcons aren't expected to trade quarterback Matt Ryan this offseason. Atlanta has not had any trade conversations about Ryan or their star wideout Julio Jones. In other news, the Dolphins named Eric Studesville and George Godsey co-offensive coordinators, while the Saints hired former Seahawks D coordinator Richard as their new DB's coach. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store this week at Staples?
Maximizing your refund and your peace of mind.
Now at Staples, save up to $25 on select TurboTax software, including new TurboTax Live.
TurboTax Live puts you in touch with a live expert, or do it yourself with TurboTax desktop software.
Shop in store, pick up curbside, or get it delivered same day through Instacart. And save big every day at Staples.
While supplies last. Ends 2/13/21. Curbside available at most stores. Instacart delivery subject to availability. Additional fees may apply.
Hindsight is 2020. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Pandemic, economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Buying some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TracFone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on.
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control.
Available at major retailers. See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Chrissy is refinancing her home, so she shopped around for the lowest rate and found it at Amerisave.com, setting her up for a lifetime of savings. It's one decision she'll never regret, unlike wearing tap shoes to a surprise party.
Sorry, guys. Just trying to find the perfect hiding place.
Pretty regrettable, Chrissy. Unlike finding that low mortgage rate at Amerisave.com that's got you on your way to a lifetime of savings. Amerisave's rates won't be this low forever, so go to Amerisave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher savings. Call 866-514-SAVE or visit Amerisave.com/licensing for cost information, terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all states except New York. NMLS number 1168.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
If you're Dak Prescott, do you believe in the management of the Cowboys? Do you believe they can help you to win a Super Bowl? I personally don't know if I believe that in Dallas. If I'm Dak, I want to hold them hostage. I not only want my money, I not only want the years I get, but if I don't get that, then franchise tag me for another year. Pay me my $38, $39 million and let my proof be on the field. I know he just had an injury, and I know that's a gamble for a guy like Dak Prescott, but then I'm thinking about, can I go to a scenario like San Francisco? Like, what's going to happen with Jimmy G? But Kyle Shanahan, that defense, that can help me win a Super Bowl a lot quicker. Can I go to a situation like a New Orleans? Drew Brees is going to retire. That defense is intact. I have weapons. I know what's there.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170. We're talking all things football, from your backyard to the pros. All things gridiron are covered right here. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Well,
let's go straight to it.
Welcome back, everybody.
Got a phone call before we lose it. Ready? Go.
All right. Hey, who's calling in?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't be anything. It just says Dubuque.
Good Lord.
We had somebody calling during the thing.
Maybe it's something wrong with our
We had someone calling during the commercial break, but I can't answer someone and put them on hold. But it's sad. What we're looking at is some records that might be broken, individual ones. But here's some, according to CBSSports.com, game records that might be impossible to beat. All right? So, on CBSSports.com, Brian Diardo writes this: 5 Super Bowl records that may never be broken. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This one might be broken because this has happened already in the season.
Okay.
By a team in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So this record might be broken.
Okay.
Bears allowed just 7 yards rushing in the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 20, the Bears defense, led by Richard Dent, we talked about him yesterday, held the Patriots to just 7 yards on 11 attempts. During that season, the Patriots finished 6th in the NFL during the 85 regular season in rushing yards.
So they were pretty good at rushing.
Yeah, but after falling down behind 17 points in midway through the second quarter, they had to change on their running game. That did not pay off for them. Obviously, we know what happened there. I turned 10, and the Bears won Super Bowl 20.
Look at you. Jay
Now
was only 10.
Now,
He was a little fella.
this season, was it 5 yards on 6 attempts? Or 6 yards on 5 attempts? It doesn't
Kansas
matter.
City?
Less than no, the Tampa Bay did it this season.
Yeah.
They had either or 6 yards on 5 attempts or 5 on 6. I think it's 5 on 6, and one of them included a kneel down at the end of the first half. So they have gotten under the 7. Now we know that Tom Brady's record when he has just rushing yards of over like 33 is very, very high percentage. So the trick is that you've got to give him a little bit of running game.
I think what I've seen out of, especially against the Packers, who I thought had a pretty damn good rushing defense. But what we saw out of, help me out, Jay. I've been a brain fart.
Out of who?
The running back from Tampa. Not Ronald Jones III. The other fella.
Leonard Fournette.
I mean, Fournette, highly touted, obviously traded away from Jacksonville, but I think he can get. I think him and Jones can get you 33 yards. If it happens, I think it goes back to what we were saying before. The injuries to that O-line with Kansas City create a situation where they're not rushing the ball as much, but the only thing that's going to throw that off is if they can contain Mahomes. There you go.
My homie.
Mm-hmm.
Your homie.
My homie.
Which is going to be hard to contain Mahomes. No matter what. I don't care who they got spying on him.
Okay. Now this is a tough one as well. I didn't bring it up.
You didn't.
But there's an individual one.
Oh, boy.
Rod Martin's 3 interceptions. Only a handful of players have recorded at least 2. So I know I had it up. I just didn't bring it up because I thought it was just too far-fetched. But according to CBSSports.com, he says that it's just not going to happen. So where are we at here? Let me pull this up. Looking at the defense. Career extra points, game sacks, game interception. Rod Martin's at 3. Oh, there's a lot with 2. Larry Brown's one of them. He's a former MVP. Dexter Jackson's one of them, too. He was an MVP. Rodney Harrison, Dwight Smith, Darian Gordon, Thomas Everett, Brad Edwards, Jake Scott, Chuck Howard, all these guys, too. Do you think 3? Who would get the 3? I mean, Brady's not going to throw 3 again. He threw 3 in the second half against the Packers.
Well, yeah. I don't see them.
Mahomes isn't going to either.
No.
Well, talking about more personal game records, one that we brought up, and I said briefly, but we'll do it, bring it up again. John Reagan's 38 carries. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not getting broken.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay. This one's not getting broken at all, I can tell you.
What is it?
Bob Greasy in Super Bowl VI in a loss to Dallas.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not that one. Yeah, he had 7 passing attempts.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. 7 passing attempts.
It's not getting broken.
Okay.
That's getting broken, per se, in the first
first
possession.
quarter. yeah, first possession, yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. The Washington Redskins in the 1988 Super Bowl, 87-88 Super Bowl, so Super Bowl 22, scored 35 points in one quarter.
Who did?
The Washington Redskins.
In what year?
1988 Super Bowl, the Super Bowl 22.
So that was them against the Broncos, right?
Yep.
Another John Elway failure.
During that second quarter, Washington scored 35 points while racking up 356 yards on offense.
Oof.
Goodness
Dougie Williams won the
on 19
MVP.
plays and only possessed the ball for 5 minutes and 54 seconds.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this when I was a kid.
It was real quick, yeah.
It was
Timmy
like
Smith
they were
has,
like, "Look at this time of possession; it's insane."
Yeah, that's when Timmy Smith has he has 2 rush. Where's the longest rushing yards? Pull it up again. He has.
Yeah.
They're both in that. They're both in that. In that quarter, he had a rush for 58 yards in that quarter and a rush for 43 yards in that quarter. Timmy Smith did. 35 might be tough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could see it though, but it would have to be something really, really insane, like touchdown at the beginning of the second quarter. It's got to be, yeah. You're in a good field position at the second quarter. You get a touchdown, pick 6, blocked punt. That's still a lot. You're at 21 if you're lucky. You still need 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah. That's
a lot of unfortunate events in a hurry. That's possible. I don't know. No, I like the speculation of whether or not we think that we can pull that off or whatever, and the what records there are.
I like Gronk.
You like Gronk? I do too. Did we? And I where's the elite at when? Let's see if I got this up right here. Let's see if we can. I've got receiving yards, right? Yep. Here we go. Receiving yards. Did you look it up already?
Receiving yards?
Yeah, because we said he needed 40, right?
You looked it up.
No, I haven't looked up the odds.
Oh, for his over-under?
Yeah.
No.
He's at 28.5.
Oh, we're going over on that.
Okay, we're betting the over on 28.5 because we need him to get to 40 till we'll move up to, I said, what, 3rd all time?
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. We'll have to take a look at that then. Awesome. All right. Yesterday we started. Well, yesterday or Monday, I forget. We were looking at. Oh, it was Monday. We were talking about best Super Bowl teams of all time, worst Super Bowl teams. Or was it yesterday? They
all the days blur together.
Yeah, they all
not gonna lie.
rolled together. But we were gonna look at. Let's take. Somebody did the work for us. Somebody must have been listening to us at CBS Sports. I know we're on ESPN and everything else, but at CBS Sports, and they ranked all 54 teams. So let's see where they have some of the teams that we mentioned.
What teams? Oh, Super Bowl teams?
Yeah, like the best and worst or whatever else. Okay?
Okay.
So there's a power ranking, and we're going to take a look at that when we come back on ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Oh, dear God.
Hey, Troy.
Hey, Coral.
Stop going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions on where to get your oil changed. Who does the best tattoo? I know you're really concerned about that. And the best place for lunch in the Quad Cities.
I don't have social media.
So, okay.
How do you live?
If I got a tattoo, it would be on my butt, and it said "danger of gas." Interesting. Oh, anyway.
You know what you should do?
What should I do, Coral?
You should pick up your locals love us guide, which you can find all over the Quad City
I know.
area.
I see them everywhere I go.
I know. Did you know it has a super easy to navigate table of contents?
I kind of did know that.
Or if you're lazy like me, you can go
Yeah.
to locosloveus.com.
Then you click on Quad Cities, right?
Yep, and browse your favorites. They even rank the most popular places for you, Troy.
I sure love my boy Chopper.
Wow. Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Ella Schmidt, the 106-pounder for Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Watch your favorite TV channels now with help from Menards. Receive local HD digital broadcast channels for free with the help of RCA antennas. Watch the big game or catch up on the latest shows without the need for a cable subscription or an internet connection. An RCA amplified indoor TV antenna is perfect for better reception. Pick it up now for $14.99 at Menards. Sale prices are good through Saturday, February 13th.
Save big money at Menards.
The day the music died. More from the Iowa Almanac in a moment. From the small town of Williams, Iowa to the National Basketball Hall of Fame. It's been quite a career for Al McCoy, and he shares it with you in his book, The Real McCoy. It's our featured book this week at TotallyIowa.com. From his beginnings at Drake University and Iowa radio stations to being the voice of the NBA Phoenix Suns for more than 40 years, this book is sure to appeal to a variety of readers. Get your copy of The Real McCoy today at TotallyIowa.com. We probably all know the story. Early in the morning of February 3rd, 1959, a small plane piloted by Roger Peterson crashed near the Mason City Airport, killing Peterson and 3 rock and roll stars, Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and J.P. Richardson, the Big Bopper. The 3 had performed at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake the night before. But this story is about Waylon Jennings. Waylon and Buddy hung out in Lubbock, Texas. Holly hired Jennings to play electric bass for him during the Winter Dance Party tour, and that's how they wound up together on a cold night in Iowa. Buddy Holly chartered a plane for himself, Waylon Jennings, and guitarist Tommy Alsop to take them to the next stop to avoid another long ride in a bus with a broken heater. The Big Bopper had the flu, so Waylon gave him his seat on the plane. When Buddy Holly learned of the switch, he said to Waylon Jennings, "I hope your old bus freezes up." Jennings replied, "Well, I hope your old plane crashes." Words which haunted Waylon Jennings for the rest of his life. The Winter Dance Party tour continued despite the plane crash, including 5 stops in Iowa that next week. Waylon Jennings said Buddy Holly was the first person to have faith in his music and became his best friend, which made their joking parting words that much sadder on this date in 1959. And that's Iowa Almanac for February 3rd. I'm Jeff Stein.
It's time to rise and grind. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
What do I do with the number 1 overall pick? I know the New York Jets are sitting there at number 2. Everyone seems to think that Joe Douglas says that he's going to go lock and step with whoever he hires as a head coach to make a decision on Sam Darnold's future. But let's assume that that person moves on from Sam Darnold or want to move on from Sam Darnold. I'm Urban Meyer, and I like Justin Fields because I help recruit him, I know him, and I'm sitting at the number 1 spot. And the Jets are at 2. What I would do is pick up the phone in the Jets and say, hey, we're interested in Trevor Lawrence, but we hear you are too. You want to trade it and move 1 spot up? I tell you what, give me everything that you got in the first round this year, and I'll let you jump in front of me and take that spot to get Trevor Lawrence, because I really want Justin Fields without you really knowing that.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
You heard you could save big when you bundle home and auto with Progressive, so you went online to check it out. But then you saw a link for a survey about which type of bread you are. And now you're on question 17, barely scratching the surface of your bread identity. You always thought of yourself as a brioche, but are you actually more of a pumpernickel? Ah, yes. They said it was easy to save money bundling with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Janae and Golick Jr.
The difference that a ring makes in a Hall of Fame campaign, like the one Phillip Rivers is going to get ready for, is seismic for me,
I don't
Janae.
like you. I don't like you right now.
Why is that?
I really don't like you. Because, I am 28 years old, professional athlete currently for the LA Sparks. And like, I come front every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to win a championship. It matters so much to me because I feel like, honestly, that's the only thing I haven't really done. I did it in high school, didn't get to do it in college. And then now at the professional level against the best of the best, that's awesome. But it's funny because it's graded on the scale of how much does a championship matter to that athlete, right? At some point, you know, some people are just good with their legacy being pretty good and better than most. But I just think it's funny because every time these things are sometimes subjective per the athlete, I would love it, but I'm still good regardless, but it would help.
Shanae and Golick Jr., 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170. Never miss a thing with our app. Listen live from anywhere in the world and be notified when news breaks. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Don't Hassle So Local on AM 1170. Thanks for tuning in. And to all you out there in Facebook land, hope you have fun watching Jay's pretty face.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Why not?
Hey, tell you what, I enjoy the conversation because,
Such a good-looking fella.
obviously we get all excited about prop bets and what we're going to do, whatever else. But just the idea of what records could be broken. And I guess it's another thing. It's nice to give that information out because then when you're sitting there, you know, with your friends at your Super Bowl party and everything else, you can just say, hey, did you know this is a game where we're getting real close to this record because I heard about it from the fellas from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. So, you keep mentioning your buffalo chicken dip.
It's so good.
I'm going to find something to make this year, but I don't like buffalo chicken dip. But,
what is wrong with you?
I think it tastes like tuna for some reason. And I don't like tuna. I'm just telling you the way it for me.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't like tuna?
I don't like tuna.
You've probably had someone make it with blue cheese. Do you not like blue cheese?
I like blue cheese.
I hate blue cheese.
Oh, it's the best with blue cheese, and
I make mine with ranch.
You love buffalo chicken dip.
I hate.
I like it
blue
with
cheese.
ranch and blue cheese. You mix it together.
No, I literally hate blue cheese.
Literally?
Literally. It tastes like the lint between your toes.
No, why?
Why what?
Why don't you like blue cheese?
Because it tastes like the lint between your freaking toes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think you had it.
Why are you eating the lint between your toes?
It's how I would imagine it would taste.
I don't.
Whatever.
I'm getting hungry though.
I've seen Coral eat the lint between her toes.
I don't have lint between my toes.
I gotta
Not anymore because you ate it all.
I'm gonna do for dinner and or lunch maybe, but dinner tonight. Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna make something. I don't know what I'm gonna make.
I might make
You
chili.
want to come over for a baked sub?
For a Super Bowl?
No.
I want a baked sub.
Tonight, just for fun gigs.
Why you're making stuff?
Just
you're making
for-
food?
Making baked chicken, baked sub, a chicken bacon ranch.
I was looking. Okay.
Yum.
That's what I do.
I might make chili for the Super Bowl.
Well,
I did last year.
Make a good chili. I tell you what, I make a good chili. I make a good
Jay,
chicken
we
noodle
finally
soup.
finished that goulash.
Yum!
I
I
like
freaking
that.
love goulash.
Goulash is so much. It's just like chili. It gets better as the days.
Yeah. My chili that I made last time was a little bit too spicy, so Grandma wasn't a big fan, but...
Gotta be careful, Grandma.
I make it in the Instapot. And it
You know what's really good,
takes
too?
freaking 30 minutes, and it tastes like when I used to make it
I
in
can
the
throw down
crock
to
pot.
making some garlic bread.
Can you make some garlic bread and bring it in on Friday?
I mean, it's better if I can bring it in hot, but yeah, I can do it. I can do it here, easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it here.
Now I feel like I feel like we should do like a Super Bowl spread, like a Rachel Ray. Like, here's what we're to have. Here's what we're gonna have at our Super Bowl parties.
Like
you should make the bacon. Not the bacon.
Can I borrow your wig? I'll be the tall and fat version of.
You can borrow
Rachel
one
Ray.
of my wigs.
Well, do you have a
Will
Rachel
you bring
Ray
in?
one?
Will you bring in it for on
Sure.
Friday? Will you bring in a buffalo chicken dip?
Yeah.
Okay.
You will.
Yep.
All right, I'll come
set
up
a
with something too.
reminder
And then
right now.
you want me to make some garlic bread?
Yeah. I'll even bring chips.
Do that. Do me a favor. Everybody come up with something, and I'll text Leah as well. Everyone come up with something. We'll bring it in to share, and then we'll post it. We'll make a post, and we'll do the recipe on there.
Buffalo.
All right.
Chicken
Mine's
dip.
easy.
Yours, what, garlic
Mine
bread?
is so
Yeah, it's
easy.
really easy.
I just throw it all in my little crock pot and turn it on.
My little crock pot.
My little crock pot is
Mine
like
will
this
be a
big.
little more.
I'll cook
extravagant
mine in
than
the
that.
kitchen here in the studio. Thanks.
Do it.
Thanks, Becky, for having the best kitchen ever.
So, and then we end up doing
here.
So then we'll end up doing a draft on Friday
We should.
for the best. Well, we should actually.
Is anybody out there interested in hearing my top 4 draft picks so far in the .08?
In a second.
I mean, I do, but I also have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What's that?
Since it is Women in Sports Day.
Yes, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Who
your
are
day.
your favorite female athletes?
Okay. That's a great. You know what? I love it when we get to this point because we don't do this very often. Actually, never.
Call, Coral.
Coral. I don't know why
Hey, I
anyone
have
would
some
say
good
that. Yeah,
ideas.
like, I mean, I'm so proud of you. I've
Yeah.
goosebumps. I love it when you bring out organic
Oh, you guys
conversations
out there
and
making fun of Coral saying she can't read. I told
Oh
you she
my
could read.
goodness, this is such a great question. It really
I
is.
want your top 5.
She's not naive.
Sometimes.
All right.
I don't
Number
have a top
1 for
5.
me, my top female athlete of all time.
You can't. All right, yeah.
What?
Go on. No, it's fine.
I mean, that's what she's asking, right? Who's our
Yeah.
favorite?
Yes.
Yes.
It was the tennis player.
Everett? Chris
No.
Everett?
The
Martina Navratilova?
Steffi Graf.
Steffi Graf, okay.
I had the biggest crush on Steffi Graf when I was good looking to you, right? I had this dream that I would go to Germany and meet Steffi Graf.
this is-
and
yeah.
somehow she would fall in love with me. And that damn little bastard from Las Vegas got to her first. You know what I'm talking about. Andre Agassi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short. I could have been so much better for her.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got Mookie now.
I don't appreciate what Erickson's doing on the Facebook comment. They're trying
What's
to
he
steal,
doing?
trying to hijack Coral's idea. He's saying that it was his idea. What the hell? I think it's all
It
Coral.
was my
We're-
idea to ask you guys.
Yeah, we're giving it all Coral.
Yeah,
Erickson
it's
wants.
all Coral,
Erickson-
It's my day, Erickson. You have your
Erickson,
day every other
yeah.
day.
Again,
Sure did.
not to make this like I don't want to flirt towards the area of like Barstool Sports.
Well,
yeah.
all right.
But
One, I
Jennifer
thought she
Capriati, we're
won-
talking about tennis. Jennifer Capriati, she was a good-looking tennis
Very,
player.
but here's the deal. I thought Steffi Graf was beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but I also, at the time, loved watching her dominate. And listen, there was a time when, I'm telling you right now, I would watch women's tennis with like,
Yeah, I'd
I
watch
liked
that,
watching
yeah.
it. I loved watching Chrissy Everett versus Navratilova.
Yeah, I would watch.
And then,
women's over
because I
men's,
always rooted against Navratilova because she was Russian.
Yep.
And then Steffi Graf was the one that kind of took over to be the dominant one, and I liked it that she wasn't Russian, number one. And I'm like, dude, she's like this, like odd kind of hot. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she was like you know, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's a factor.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the thing. I'm like, I like watching her play, and she was just so dominant. That's why I liked her.
It's a factor.
Wasn't
I
all
like
about
Michelle
looks.
Kwan. She's just so elegant.
My first, probably in sports, female, and then also would be. Again, I'm sorry. I know it sounds misogynistic, but there's like a crush factor involved. And you're like, I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, a lot
the
of it's
same
when-
way
yeah.
with men in
Okay,
sports.
all right. I just didn't want to. I don't want to be like, why do you
it's
have to
not like we're
downplay
sitting
it?
here
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, I want to do dirty things."
yeah,
I'm
okay.
like, I
Whatever.
like Jimmy G because he's hot.
Uh-oh, Coral.
Uh-oh.
So I would say my first probably was Mary Lou Retton.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to throw her on my list, too.
Carrie.
She was the first female in the box of Wheaties, right?
I believe you're right.
Then you're going to say Carrie Strug? Is that what you're going with this? Because
No.
when she hit that
Erickson just said Carrie Strug, and then I'm sitting
Yeah.
here.
she's the one in the '96
Broke her leg.
Olympics. Yeah, she
Broke her
hit the
ankle.
vault with her bad
No,
ankle.
I'm thinking
And
of
she stuck it. I know exactly where I was.
the volleyball.
And I was by myself and I cheered USA very, very loud.
Why can't I
Mary
think
Lou
of her
Retton,
name?
that was the '84 Olympics.
That was '84. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look it up.
Loved her. Another female athlete, and she was from Iowa, and she was. This had nothing to do with nothing to do with looks, and she obviously was very beautiful, but way younger than me. So at the time, it would not be what you know. But
Shawn Johnson.
Shawn Johnson. Yeah.
She's Des
Moines. I mean, just because she was from Iowa.
When
I'm
I
like,
keep
dude,
talking about Iowa and athletes, you got Lolo Jones who's competing in the challenge
Carrie
on
Walsh
MTV.
Jennings. That's who I'm thinking of.
She's competing in the challenge, which is on
you're
tonight
talking
on
right
MTV.
now, and if you're talking about that, there was Carrie Walsh, and who was her?
Misty May.
Which one was the brunette? Misty May?
Yeah.
Misty May.
I have no idea who these people are.
Female,
Women's volleyball, sand volleyball.
And I'm going to
Okay.
tell you right now, Misty May That's a crush, and that's...
I love them both.
Dude,
They're a
I love
freaking
them both.
dream
Yes,
team.
yes. I love them both, but Misty May was mine.
Yeah.
Let me bring up somebody to you.
Yes, and I loved watching them dominate.
Dude, a conversation that only gets brought up, this name, when talking about the greatest athletes of all time, and I attribute my father to this. I do not know much about it, but every time he's like, you want to look up an athlete?
Olga.
Look up Babe Didrikson Zaharis.
Oh, yeah. This was the tennis player from the 30s, right?
But she excelled in golf, basketball, baseball, and track and field. She won 2 gold medals in track and field at the 1932 Summer Olympics. She turned professional golf and won 10 LPGA major championships. She's widely regarded as one of the greatest athletes of all time, according to her Wikipedia page. She was an AAU champion in multiple sports, and basketball, whatever else. She competed in the 1932 Olympics. She, like I said, was in the golf circuit. She pitched 1 inning in a Major League Baseball spring training exhibition game for the Philadelphia Athletics in 1934. So if there's women in sports, she's one of them that gets right up there.
Eddie nailed one for us.
What's that?
And we graduated with her.
What's that?
Me and Eddie graduated high school with her, and she was great.
Hold
she
on.
was M&M All-American, 1989.
Oh, yeah.
She went on to win a national title at Stanford, and she's now a women's basketball coach somewhere. I'm not sure where.
Lindsey Vonn.
Molly Goodenbauer. Molly was.
Yep.
Yeah, Molly was a stud.
Dale brought up.
And she'll definitely go down as one of my favorites as well.
Oh, Dale brought up Shawn Johnson. I love her.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah. I wasn't listening. I was reading the comments.
There was
I know it threw out there. And
was there a Jackie Joyner Kersey?
Oh, heck yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Track and field athlete with those nails. Oh,
she was so fast, too, right?
Yeah, and then I know Izeray's brought up Jenny Finch. Great softball player. Easy on the eyes.
Hey, by the way, we'd be remiss if we didn't remember just from a year ago, Megan Gustafson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of WNBA players. Then you have Mia Hamm, Brandy Chastain.
Yeah, Mia Hamm.
We actually named our cat after Sydney LaRue.
Who was the goalie in women's soccer that was beat somebody up or
Hope Solo.
Hope Solo.
Oh, she was.
She beat up her
awesome.
fiance or something. I don't know. She would have definitely yelled at someone in the crowd like LeBron. But hey, that's I'm not judging. There's other. What other? There's no way we can be missing this much.
Oh, women's golf. You got.
You know what else? Hey, no, I got one.
Eddie.
I forgot one that we forgot
Eddie's
about.
nailing
and
it.
She's a 2-sport athlete, by the way.
What about Caitlyn Jenner?
That's not what we're talking about.
Eddie said it. I did.
Well, he didn't say it. He texted it to you.
He
You didn't
said
have to bring it up. Listen, 2-sport athlete if you consider poker a sport.
Poker.
It's on ESPN.
Who are you about to bring up?
Anna Kournikova.
Oh, dear God.
Tennis?
Yeah, she was never really good at tennis, Jay.
What?
She
Are
really
you
wasn't.
kidding me?
No, she wasn't.
Listen. What do you mean she wasn't?
Right.
What's
about?
really
Let's
good?
talk female golf. Dottie Peppers.
Yeah. Sure. What?
Not attractive at all, but she was dominant at golf.
Wait a minute. What is not good at tennis do you mean? You don't think she ever cracked the top 20?
No, she never won a championship.
She was probably ranked in the top 20 at one time, though.
Ooh, well, she needs to win a tournament.
What if she wins a poker tournament? You're not considering an athlete, though?
No.
She played in the...
Poker, I don't
all right,
consider
if you consider
a
chess
sport.
an athlete sport, yeah.
Well, as soon as it makes it on ESPN2, then maybe I will.
Oh, my God. I have 2 more.
No, it's not a sport.
My little sister.
Yeah.
Because she freaking rocks.
Well,
she's not
that's
even
her.
listening. But she rocks. She has several colleges looking at her for soccer, and she's a freaking sophomore.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, nice.
She
Well,
made
then fine.
varsity soccer
Oh,
as a
I got more
freshman.
for you.
By the way, what about friends of the show?
Ella Schmidt.
Ella Schmidt.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Sydney Park gonna
Yep.
get on there.
And me.
Sophie and Emma Van Severen.
Yeah.
They're on there. Congratulations, Women in Sports Day.
I vote myself, too. I
Coral,
played
you're
4
in.
sports.
Never got to see you play,
Yeah.
Coral. You never invited me.
Well, you can come watch me at the TBK
Oh,
Sports.
Another
on
female in
Monday.
sport, LeBron James.
You guys should come watch my volleyball game next Monday. And see that I can actually play.
Okay. Where's it at?
I believe you can
At the
play.
Met Place.
Do they lower the net for you?
No.
I believe you can play there. Do they allow alcoholic drinks?
Yeah.
In the thing to watch you guys play?
Yep.
I love alcohol drinks.
Is the Dig Sports Bar and Grill open up?
I don't know. I'm just there to play and
No,
sweat
that's
my
where they
booty
do.
off.
That's where they do kids gymnastics now. If they ever let it happen again,
They open it up. It makes the volleyball kind of a little bit better.
It feels like
they
I'm-
don't do indoor volleyball anymore.
What?
Not
my
sand.
daughter plays there. Yeah.
Oh, not sand.
There was
They
a
took
bunch
the
of
sand
teams
out.
there practicing when we were playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this just reminds me of tournaments. All the freaking balls flying all over the place.
Is there anybody before we get to the second hour? Is there
Get
anybody
out of here, Troy.
Is there anybody we're forgetting though?
I think we are.
Danica Patrick, did we bring her up?
Oh, she rocks.
Lexi Thompson, female golfer. Tim Thompson would know who I'm talking about.
And then there's obviously those WNBA players.
Michelle Wee.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone else brought her up.
Diana, sorry, I don't know. I forget.
Michelle Wee actually tried out for the John Deere Classic. I think she was, not tried out, she was in it. And I don't believe she made the cut, but she was in it. She played a couple men's tournaments. Michelle Wee is a very good golfer.
Very cool. I wish I was good at golf. I'm just better at driving the cart and drinking.
Well, I was watching a thing the other day at the happy hour on the Golf Channel, and the guy fixed everything. It was really good. So now I know what to do in golf. Now I'm just gonna work on my hips and then my wrists. And I didn't even need the volume. It was that good. He's that good of a.
Yeah.
He was that good of a coach on
We're gonna have Jay hitting a straight 7-iron before you know it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's gonna have fun. Him and you are gonna go out golfing on Mondays.
No, we're not.
What do you mean?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, darn it.
No, you're gonna come watch my volleyball on Monday.
Don't you want to come drink with me?
Yeah. Now I'm looking up the National Day calendar. Let's see. Obviously, how this whole thing kind of started flirting with this organic fun stuff is, we have to say hi to our friends Jessica, Emily, Kimberly, Lucy, all the people that work hard in sports, and they do a great job. And the best part about them is how much they champion each other. They don't tear each other down. And to hear them when we have them on a guest one time, them to talk about the other ones about what good work they do, and in turn we've done a good job with Lucy and Kimberly, be you need to get a hold of this person, this and that, and through text been here's this you guys should support each other, and they've done nothing but great. So but I know there's probably, and unfortunately we spend so much time with the male side of sports that we forget about the female athlete. And
we didn't even talk about any women in wrestling or UFC or anything.
Oh, well,
boxing. You get
boxing.
Ali's daughter.
Yeah.
Paige.
Paige who?
Paige.
Yeah, we talked about that.
China.
China, yeah. There was
Wendy Richter.
Wendy Richter is
the fabulous Moolah.
I mean, fabulous Moolah.
What about
was
these
champion
two
for
girls
years.
in the front of this magazine?
Wendy Richter. I mean, she was one of the headlines of the first WrestleMania.
I told you. I know.
Did you tell me? Or did
I
you
was
know that?
watching it.
Not to take anything away from it, but since we're going to be looking at February 3rd,
yes,
it is also National Carrot Cake Day.
Yum! I love carrot cake.
Carrot cake?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
Oh, I love it, and then with a cream cheese frosting.
Nope. Pass.
Along with National Girls and Women in Sports Day, it's National Women Physicians Day. So
very cool.
Thank you to my provider, Dr. Apple. National Missing Persons Day. So Johnny Gosh, whatever you're up to.
Hey, Johnny Gosh, is your daddy home? Or are you going to do the paper out all alone?
Queen Elizabeth,
got a strong
get
desire.
out of here.
And finally, another one that's Iowa related. The Day the Music Died Day.
Oh, geez.
Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper all died. Clear Lake, Iowa.
You know, that song was the first time I ever had a solo in choir.
What?
The Day the Music Died.
American Pie?
Yeah.
You sang the whole thing? All 8 minutes of it? Oh.
I had a small solo.
Okay. Did I tell you? I know I told you. I think I told you off the air.
No.
And now it really, really bugs me
Stage
that I
fright.
didn't bring this in. And I didn't say it. And I guess I will tomorrow.
This is a great story.
My mother kept everything that anything she could keep her hands on, she was keeping it, okay?
Yeah.
Especially if Jay did it.
Yeah, especially if I did it or whatever. And my brother.
It's
But
a huge box for Jay and then like a small box for Jay.
That's not true. That's not true. But borderline, And back in like 2001, when we rented an RV and we went up to Wisconsin for Iowa versus Wisconsin in football. And on the way up there, we decided to rewrite the lyrics to, because at that point, so we were just a few years out of losing Hayden Fry and not losing him, but as a coach.
Retired.
And we had Coach France. And for some reason, on the way up there, we decided to rewrite the lyrics on the inside of a Miller Lite case, but I didn't use it. Write the lyrics to American Pie to the day Coach Fry retired, and the day the music died.
So I just like, bye,
Coach Hayden Fry. Don't need stoops we have for rents because he was a Hawkeye. And Liddell Betts will rush for a game high, singing "This will be the day the Cyclones die." Anyway, but the whole thing is written down like in 8 minutes, and I can take you through the very beginning. A long, long time ago, I can still remember when the Hawkeyes used to make me smile. And I knew if they had the chance, they could make it to the big dance and maybe they'd be champions for a while. But March Madness made me shiver with every time they didn't deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, they couldn't take that big step. I can't remember if I cried when I heard Coach Davis was almost fired, but something touched me deep inside the day Coach Fry retired. And then it speeds up, and then it goes, do you know who Chuck Long was, Tavian Banks and Larry Station, if Owen Gill tells you so? And do you remember Timmy Dwight? He runs a 4.340 and he's effing white. So, but it goes on even further. Like, so my mom kept the original version, and then she actually went out of her way to type it out so that the penmanship version, in case that ever gets destroyed, she went out of her way to make sure it was written down on computer form on hard copy.
Ezra said this song is already too long.
God bless your mother. Bless her heart.
But I tell you what, it was a good time. It was a good story. But hey, it has everything to do with the story of the day the music died, I guess. So
it's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, and we've always flirted with the other things. I was working on a song earlier this year about the Hawkeyes. It was because we're 4-2 or whatever else, and it was going to be to the tune of "Boy Named Sue" by Johnny Cash. I was working on it. Sometimes I get these great ideas, and then I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh boy,
it was fun for a while, but
yeah, I do that too.
Yeah. All right, so those are the days today. Day the music died, National Carrot Cake Day, National Women Physicians Day, National Missing Persons Day, and most importantly, what we got to talk about, National Girls and Women in Sports Day. And it's not just one day, it's every day, and we applaud everybody, all the women in sports. And I know we've forgotten things, even like the best teams that we've ever seen, as far as women goes and everything. And so, and it's not like I don't recognize women's sports. I've been a champion of everybody in there, and I coach girls softball. I have for years. So, and real quick story before we go to break. I'll give you a parent corner talk about how far the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh boy,
which one?
The daughter.
Okay.
We already knew this. But...
So we're driving home from softball practice yesterday, and the 11-year-old tells me, "You'll never know what it's like to be good in two sports."
Oh, no!
I said, "I'm sorry, what did you just say?" She goes, "Yep. You'll never know what it's like."
Got him!
Did you explain to her that you were good at wrestling and baseball?
I said, "Do you want to compare..." She's 11.
Yeah.
My high school career ended in 1994. Hers is like 3 years away. And I get baited into this conversation. Do you want to compare varsity letters by the end of your high school career? Do you want to go toe-to-toe? And she's like, "How many you got?" And I was like, "None of your business.
None of your beeswax."
I was like, "I'll get the list if you want me to, but I'm not telling you right off the top of my head because I don't know, but I'll do it. But do you really think that?" She's like, "Yeah." I go, "Why do you think you're good in two sports?" She's like, "Well, because I do this and that, blah, blah, blah." And because people tell me, and I'm like, just because they tell you doesn't mean you're good at 11 years old. You're not good yet. Stop telling yourself that. She's like, "Well," she flat out said, "You'll never know what it's like." It's like it's a burden in her life to be a two-sport athlete. Two sports.
Oh, no.
And then I go on to tell her that she's running track and field in high school, and she's like, "I don't think so." And I was like, "You are running track and field because you need to work on form running. It's something to do in between, whatever else." And she goes, "Oh," and she also said that she She also told me that she's good at basketball, but she's never played organized basketball. So I don't know where this is coming as well. Like, I'll sit there and lie to you and be like, oh, I look good in that color. And be like, how often you wear it? I'm like, I never wear that color. But I'll say I look good in anything. She flat out was like, oh, I'm good in basketball, too. And I was like, then be a point guard. She's like, nope.
Pickup?
Oh
I have no
God.
idea. It's not like they're at the elementary school. They're like, hey.
They just play horse.
Yeah, I'm Captain A, I'm Captain B. And they're like, no, I want to be Captain A because I want Sophie first. It's not happening. She doesn't play basketball. She also told me she was good at tennis, and she doesn't play tennis. Again, the apple doesn't fall far. But the idea that she told me that I would never know what that's like, the burden of being good at two sports, was enough for me to drive off the highway and be like, you're out of your mind. And the worst part about
the fact is this is going to go on for like the next 40
Jay got
next 7 years.
No, it's going to go on the next 40 years.
Yeah.
I figure Jay's going to live in his 80s, easy. And they are going to have this father-daughter, yeah, whatever.
You want to go toe-to-toe?
Yeah. By the way, it's 7 varsity letters is where it's at.
I got
one.
one.
You had 7?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's 7. And finally I had to get home, and I was like, because I was so angry, and I was like, do you want to compare? I was like, I'm arguing with that. I was like, yeah, when it's all said and done, do you want to compare?
I think I got. I don't think I ever did any. I never went and got it. How about that?
Yeah,
well, that's the other thing. That's the other thing about this little 11-year-old. God, now I'm getting all triggered all over again. She was like, she goes, so you have 7 varsity letters, and I go, yeah, and she goes, prove it, and I go, I'm sorry, what? She goes, so they just hand out letters, like they just hand them out. And I'm like, no.
Participation trophy.
Yeah. I go, no. They give you
how do you get a varsity letter? You have to start varsity or be on the varsity
be in the varsity team and start a certain amount or whatever. And usually by your senior year, if you're a senior, they just give it to you just by being on the varsity team. Do you know what I'm saying? Because trust me, I didn't get a normal amount of snaps for varsity
So if I was a junior
football
on the varsity baseball team, I probably wouldn't have been handed one just to be on the team.
Probably still would have got one by at bats or whatever else. Just being on varsity.
I made varsity track my senior year, but I never went and got
Then I got
anything.
2. Eddie, how many you got? Eddie's probably got at least 2, if not 3.
All right. So, but hear me out. So she says, prove it. And she's like, they hand out letters. I'm like, no. If you want a Letterman's jacket, I'm like, no one wears one, but I had one. She's like, oh yeah, I saw that. That's right. And I go, and then what they'll do is they'll give you a little emblem. It'd be like, if it's wrestling, it'd be like wrestlers. If it's football, it'd be a football, whatever else. Track and field, it'd be a foot with like the wings
you
coming
got a
out.
bunch for wrestling, right?
Yes.
Were you wrestling varsity when you were a sophomore?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
So, and then, but then you get football and you got cross country and there's track in between, and baseball as well.
Okay.
So, and then I'm like, no. Then they hand you a little thing, and then they just give you bars. But I'm like, they fall off. Like I don't. So now she's like, yeah. Now, like she's almost like, well, I'm going to pull out your Letterman's jacket, which I wear every other Tuesday. And she's like, I'm going to check to see how many bars you have. I'm like, they fell off. And she's like, yeah, right. Like she's questioning me, like, sure, they just fell off magically. So this is the 11-year-old, and this is my conversation coming back from softball practice, where apparently she thinks she's an all-star already. So, and just good at sports. And I guess I just took that from
God, Roy. I mean,
103
I
to
have
111.
your over on giggling today easily because of that one story. If you just saved that one for Friday, you were screwed.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot that. I can't believe I didn't mention that to you this morning when when I saw you, when she was just like, oh you would never know what it's like.
Oh my
I
God.
love Sophie so much.
Yeah.
She's such a good kid.
Yeah.
She's such a good kid.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Lord.
ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa. It's been serving the good community of Davenport since 1992, Coral.
That's a long time.
That is. They have great beers like the Davenport Gold, Wise Guy, Raging River, and the very popular Cherry Bomb Blonde.
Ooh.
If you want to know about food and drink specials, please check them out online at www.frontstreetbrew.com or just visit their Facebook page. That's Front Street Brewery, the restaurant, 208 East River Drive, and the tap room in the Freight House Complex.
We're streaking! We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium. There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Coach A.C. Earl. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Beachcombing, baking cookies, learning French. Aren't these what you'd rather be doing than thinking about your Medicare prescriptions? Well, Walgreens is here to help you get back to it. with convenient refill and pickup options, expert pharmacists to answer all your questions, and Medicare copays as low as $0. 0. Which is also the number of cares in the world you'll have as you stroll the beach, eating cookies and speaking French. Oh la la. Walgreens.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans where Walgreens is a preferred pharmacy.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Like, who was that? Greeny, who said the time to say about personal pride was weeks ago? I mean, I understand what he's saying. He's not wrong. It's fine, but I don't think it would have made a difference. Keyshawn saying they started Foles and it's no. I disagree. The issue is one thing with Chicago. They have no offensive line, period. That's the whole problem. No offensive line. They have a thin receiving core, it's true, but no offensive line. If I had to design a football team, and I have like 10 spots where I can put all my resources, right? Where am I going to put all my resources? Like, what 10 spots do I want covered out of a roster of 50, right? I want a stud quarterback, of course, everyone does. My next 5 spots will be stud offensive linemen.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
When you order for Casey's curbside pickup this winter, we bring your order outside.
Today's forecast, colder than the shady side of an iceberg.
So you can stay inside your warm car.
I love my heated seats.
We go outside.
Raw punishing winds.
You stay inside.
They're almost too warm.
Outside.
Tomorrow's high, -3.
Inside.
So toasty.
Order for Casey's new curbside pickup and save with new deals like buy any large pizza, get one half off with promo code BOGO. Casey's, here for staying inside.
Bundle up, folks.
Here for good.
I'm Ari Wolf with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The official attendance figures expected for Super Bowl 55 at Raymond James Stadium have been released. 25,000 fans will gather to see Tom Brady's Buccaneers battle it out with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. There'll also be 30,000 cutouts. In the meantime, Chiefs receiver Demarcus Robinson and center Daniel Kilgore landed on the reserve COVID list Tuesday after their barber tested positive. Neither player tested positive, so both could still play Sunday. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports that the Falcons aren't expected to trade quarterback Matt Ryan this offseason. Atlanta has not had any trade conversations about Ryan or their star wideout Julio Jones. In other news, the Dolphins named Eric Studesville and George Godsey co-offensive coordinators, while the Saints hired former Seahawks D coordinator Richard as their new DB's coach. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store this week at Staples?
Maximizing your refund and your peace of mind.
Now at Staples, save up to $25 on select TurboTax software, including new TurboTax Live.
TurboTax Live puts you in touch with a live expert, or do it yourself with TurboTax desktop software.
Shop in-store, pick up curbside, or get it delivered same day through Instacart. And save big every day at Staples.
While supplies last. Ends 2/13/21. Curbside available at most stores. Instacart delivery subject to availability. Additional fees may apply.
Hindsight is 2020. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Pandemic, economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Buying some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TracFone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on.
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control.
Available at major retailers. See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Dutch Boy's new Platinum Plus paint with Stain Shield technology has the performance you expect from a luxury paint at a price you didn't. Platinum Plus is up to 50% more washable and stain resistant than a leading premium paint in satin sheen. Superiority ranges from 24 to 50% depending on sheen selected. Platinum Plus keeps your walls looking new longer. Menards and Dutch Boy Paint have you covered. Go ahead, live your life.
Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170, KBOB Davenport.
Welcome back, everybody, to Don't Hassle Us a Local on AM 1170. Thanks for tuning in out there in Facebook land as well.
Facebook land.
Just stories from around the sports world. We mentioned yesterday that EA Sports is rebooting its college football series, which was last released in 2013. It would be called EA Sports College Football rather than NCAA football. The details will be ironed out. Fred Van Vliet scored a franchise record 54 points for the Toronto Raptors over the Magic. It's the most points also ever scored by an undrafted NBA player. For our CrossFit fans out there, they will know who Matt Frazier is. He just decided one time to start doing CrossFit, and then he went on to win a record 5 CrossFit games. He's retiring from the sport at the age of 31.
Wow.
Something that's not going to make us happy, Bud Light. Don't know what it is yet, because I haven't looked at it. Amazon and Squarespace released their Super Bowl commercials on YouTube.
Oh, geez. I haven't
hate
watched
that.
them yet. I don't even want to watch them.
I thought Bud Light wasn't going to do a commercial this year.
But Coral told us, she put us in the right frame. Bud Light's not going to, they're going to have like their Budweiser, but it will be a seltzer, it will be something else, right?
They're
It'll be
just
something in their
not
family.
advertising for Budweiser, but they're advertising for Bud Light Seltzer, and then Bud Light Seltzer, something else, and then the Ultra Seltzers.
Good luck.
Yeah, there'll be something in there.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade.
Yeah, that one's garbage.
I liked it.
Ugh. Sorry.
Yeah, but the Pepsi's doing the same thing.
Yes.
They're
It'll be
the Ultra Seltzer was very good.
I love those.
Will it be a commercial for Pepsi Clear?
God. They said they'll advertise for Mountain Dew, but not Pepsi.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just so
Why do you have to
stupid.
advertise for Mountain Dew? They don't need it.
Yeah.
Nobody
They
has
sponsored
even
the
come
halftime
close.
last year.
Her point
It's
is
like
this.
Mountain Dew is here, and you know I'm a Coke man, but we know how it goes. I mean, Mountain Dew's here, and Mellow Yellow is like, okay.
Yeah.
But I'll drink Mellow Yellow because that's what we have.
Okay.
I'm not going to be mad at it.
I can't.
But I'm just talking about how the sales are. I'm not like.
Oh, well.
Clink, don't be getting mad.
No.
I don't know, man.
Coral's right. It's all like smoke and mirrors. It's like, oh, we're not going to pay $5 million for a commercial, but we're going to donate it to Coke.
5.6
Yeah, we're going to donate it
What do you
to
think's
COVID
more
relief,
popular?
but they're still
Sprite
doing
or
it.
7-Up?
What?
Sprite or 7-Up? Which one's more popular?
Well,
because whatever what is it? Sierra Mist is Pepsi's. Like that is garbage. Hot garbage.
There was a time where 7-Up was more unpopular because of the commercials.
Yeah.
Never had it, never will.
Make 7-Up yours.
No, before that. Remember they had the guy in there and they're like, there's no caffeine, there's no sugar.
The cool, refreshing drink,
yeah,
man.
he goes, never had it, never will.
Never had it.
And then
never
the
will.
7-Up yours was a good campaign too. But
Make
I don't
7
think because I think Sprite came over, and I think now if I go to if there's anything, like there's a difference between you call it soda or pop, or down south you call it a Coke, even no matter what it is.
Ugh, so stupid.
Same thing. I don't even say I just say to the kids, you want a lemonade or a Sprite. I don't even ask you have Pepsi products or Coke. I don't just say I'll have a 7-Up. I just say Sprite. So for a lemon, lime, whatever else. You know what I'm saying?
I like Sprite, 7-Up, and Sierra Mist. I really don't care. However, I do prefer 7-Up
There's a huge
because it's
difference
sweeter.
between those two, and then
I don't drink any of them. So
I would say it's hard to differentiate.
Differentiate?
There you go. Between 7-Up and Sprite.
I would agree. I would agree with that.
7-Up is a little bit sweeter. Sprite is as everyone on Twitter land calls it, spicy because it's so carbonated.
I don't understand how you don't know the difference between Pepsi and Coke during that Pepsi challenge thing.
There's
That phase,
such a big difference.
that phase that was going on.
Huge difference.
That was a lie, obviously, wasn't
Which
it?
one do you?
The Pepsi challenge.
Oh,
you remember those?
Which one do you like better, Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi.
Coca-Cola. I prefer a Coca-Cola, the new
I've
Coca-Cola.
gone back and forth.
Not Coca-Cola Classic, the new Coke that came out in 1986. I'm kidding.
Jeez,
I've gone back and forth on that one, and I think now I'm Coke. Because here's the deal, and this is why I'm Coke.
Okay.
It's the McDonald's fountain Coke.
Oh, dude,
Isn't that
is
a thing? Don't they do
McDonald's
something?
does.
Isn't there something to do with that? Like
the McDonald's Sprite.
I'll just go with Coke. But
It's got to be something. They do something in their fountains. I don't know.
they have to. They've got to put like
Again, as Twitterland calls it, it's just spicy.
pixie dust in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Adds a little
McDonald's
razzle
fountain
dazzle.
Coke. It's hard to beat.
But do you remember the Pepsi challenge?
Yeah.
And back in the day, you couldn't be you. Back in the day when you did commercials, you couldn't name your competitor.
Right.
So it's not like Juicy Fruit could name Bubblicious or whatever.
Right.
Else. And so when they did the Pepsi challenge, like A or B, but it'd be a competitor and it'd be like in a red like can.
Right.
And it'd be like, oh yeah, and everyone would be like, you look, 8 out of 10 dentists prefer the Pepsi challenge. Pepsi out of that. I remember doing.
8 out of 10
No, I'm
dentists.
kidding. You remember the Trident used to do
Yes,
that?
yes.
Trident used to like 8 out of 10. So I remember doing one on the Kimberly Road where Hobby Lobby used to be. That used to be a Kmart. I remember doing a Pepsi challenge. So there must have been like the company used to have like Pepsi girls out there, and I flat out knew what was going on. And I'm picking Coca-Cola every time because I'm contrarian butthole. But you know, and they're not writing it down. But I knew it, and I was young. I mean, I knew the difference. I don't even understand how like you don't know the difference between the two.
I can't tell when they're room temperature.
Oh,
We tried it
You know
in high
what?
school.
We should do it tomorrow or Friday.
Sure.
Let's
just
do it
add
Friday with the food.
Okay.
Let's have 7-Up and Sprite,
Okay.
Pepsi and Coke,
Yep.
and Mountain Dew and Mellow Yellow.
Okay.
Any other ones? I think that's it.
You know,
That's
Kyle,
pretty good.
Clink, get us some free stuff.
Yeah, don't make us buy
Klinkenberg.
it. Don't make us buy these cans.
I'm
guys.
gonna text him.
Yes.
We're gonna buy the cans, and I'm gonna wrap them in tape or something.
Oh, just kidding. I don't have his
Or
number.
not tape, but I'm gonna hide the label. I'm gonna figure this all out. I got 2 days to do it.
Between that and our recipes for the Super Bowl things, this might go down as one of our worst episodes ever on Friday. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Friday.
Remember when we had Coach Waltrell in from Davenport North, and he's like, yeah, we listen to you guys around at lunchtime. I'm like, oh, you do? He's like, yeah. And he's like, we're like, oh, you guys must, hate, we're goofing around. We're like, oh, you must hate us, think we're a bunch of ding-dongs. He's like, no, we like it. He goes, but that one time you guys were doing the taco pizza challenge. He's like, that wasn't for us. And I was like, what? That was one of our favorite ones.
We had Rosso in
Yeah.
for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to taco pizza.
Oh, I love taco
So good.
pizza.
All right, 19 years ago today.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
That was
So
a long
that's
time ago.
2002.
I was in second grade.
Yep.
Okay. Help me out.
19 years ago today. February 3rd, 2002.
It was not a Super Bowl.
It was a Super Bowl.
Okay. It was a Super Bowl.
It was.
So in the 2002 Super Bowl, Tom Brady beat the... Who did Tom Brady beat? He beat the LA Rams.
He beat the Rams from St. Louis.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know that.
And the dynasty is born. The Patriots beat the Rams 20-17
Stop.
in Super Bowl 36. He was just 16 of 27 for 145 yards, only one touchdown.
And it was won by a kick.
Yes, it was.
And I should remember his name. He just retired. Adam Vinatieri.
Yep. The Rams outgained the Patriots by 160 yards, but committed 3 turnovers, including Ty Law's pick 6. St. Louis scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to tie the game with 97 seconds left. But you know what happens?
That's 1 minute and 37 seconds.
That's too much time.
For Tommy Brady.
That's for Tom Brady. That's right. Brady led the Pats down the field, compiling roughly 1/3 of his completions. He had 5 of them during that for 53 yards.
And let me guess. It was played in the Superdome in New Orleans.
I believe it was played in Minneapolis,
Oh, all right.
but we can look it up.
It was a dome, though.
I believe it was played in Minneapolis, but I will look it up because it's actually still up in front of me from the page we had yesterday. Yes, Adam Vinatieri hit a 48-yard field goal as time expired. That was 19 years ago today. And there we go. I have it up in front of us. And
Right.
T-Roy, that was played in the Superdome.
Hey,
Look at him.
Roy.
Look at him go.
Heinz, you're being
Totally
inappropriate.
redeemed himself.
The Breakfast Clubber himself.
There's the Breakfast Clubber himself. Totally redeemed himself.
Guys, brothers.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of Super Bowls, we were talking about the worst ones ever, or whatever else. CBS Sports.com. They ranked these Super Bowls, not just the Super Bowl winners. So the best of all time, all the way to the worst, and 1 through 54. So let's see.
So the boats.
Let's see if you agree with any of these. Okay. The boats, the best of all time. That's right. I love it.
I gotta love that.
You can't giggle to your own stuff though, Coral.
If nobody else is gonna laugh at my stuff, at least I
it was
can.
good. It was good. You can't giggle to your own stuff.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I made a joke and Jay thought that I couldn't laugh at my own joke.
The best Super Bowls of all time. So she said the boats.
Boats and hoes.
He's still not getting it because he's too busy.
I'm listening.
He's too busy Instagramming right now or Snapchatting.
He just wishes he came up with it first.
I know. They have it number 1 for the best Super Bowl of all time.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Number 1, the best Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah. Patriots versus Falcons.
No, but it is the Patriots. And I think you're going to agree with
Patriots, Seattle.
It's Patriots versus Seattle. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Deflategate had just begun. They were the 2 best teams in football. Seahawks were the defending champions. And obviously you have the interception.
At the 1 yard line. Yep.
Number 2.
Patriots, Falcons.
No, but the Patriots are involved.
And of course it's the freaking Patriots.
Giants 07.
Absolutely. That's right. Basically, the one thing we remember is Eli Manning scrambling to avoid pressure, and then David Tyree put the ball on his helmet as he fell to the ground, and that's what we remember that. Number 3.
Patriots, Falcons.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Still the Patriots.
Still the Patriots.
Yes.
Well, Patriots, Rams. We just mentioned it.
No.
Did they win it?
No, they did not.
Patriots, Eagles.
Yes, they have that. You've got the Philly special, right? In that.
Yep.
Yeah, they.
Look at this.
Nick Foles did it.
Dictating this.
Finally, at number 4.
Patriots, Falcons.
There you go.
I know Jay Money doesn't like that one.
No, there's a lot of people that don't. Yeah.
Poor Money.
It's
Such
one
a
of the
good man.
Considered one of the greatest comebacks in Super Bowl history. But one half really wasn't too exciting. But yes, they were down 28-3, end up winning 34-28. Now we get a little bit out there because there are 51 more to go.
Okay.
50 more to go.
Well, I'm going to guess that number 5 is not Patriots.
It is not the Patriots, T-Roy.
And I'm going to say it's not and they're not in it at all.
They're not in it at all, no. Patriots
They're not in it at all. I'm going to say New York Giants, Buffalo Bills, 1990.
Great guess. That is actually coming in at number 6.
Oh, man. All right. God, I'm good. Cowboys, Steelers, 77.
It is Cowboys Steelers. Yes. I think it's 77. Yes, that would be just to make sure, double check on that.
This was like the 20...
Well, the 70s, yeah, 76 season 77.
Yeah.
No, we're off. I'm sorry. No, the
77-78 Super Bowl.
78 season 79 Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when you're at. Yep. Steelers 35, Cowboys 31.
And there was a drop touchdown in the end zone by a tight end for the Cowboys, which would have won it.
If you say so, Stocking. Number 7.
I am not that good looking.
Number 7.
Number 7. Let's see.
Because the 6, you had the 6 already with the
I
the
had
Bills.
6.
Bills
Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Is it a Patriots?
Not Patriots.
Okay.
Patriots will not be coming up until
For a while.
For a while.
Okay.
Yeah. No more Patriots in the top 10.
This is going to be another close one, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're doing it.
It is how they're doing it. Yeah.
Let's
Brad
see
Hines.
here. Trying to think of other close ones. It's probably like maybe a Dolphins Cowboys one, maybe? All right. So can you give me a hint from what era? What decade?
This was in the 80s, late 80s.
Late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So this one probably would have been... Well, that was a blowout. Is it the Giants? It would have been the 87 Super Bowl, the Giants?
No. And they beat them by
Brad
plenty.
Hines, quit cheating.
So was it 49ers Bengals?
It is 49ers Bengals.
Ha!
Yep. Super Bowl 23.
Nice.
Played
Yeah.
January 22nd, 1989. 49ers won 20-16.
I forgot about that one. I was...
That's when Jerry Rice had 215 yards and 11
It was
catches.
my senior year of high school. I'd started drinking heavily by then.
Number 8.
Jeez.
I'll just do this one for you. Number 8.
Yeah.
Although the season ended the decade of the 90s, this one was played in 2000.
This would have been the
I believe you were at a house party for this. We just talked about this. You were at a house party. And
this is Rams Titans.
That's right. Yep. The Greatest Show on Turf with Kurt Warner. He won the Super Bowl MVP, threw for over 400 yards. We already talked about that. But Kevin Dyson was stopped short, frozen in time as his hand was trying to reach out the end zone. And then number 9. This is one goes further back, way further back.
Oh, this has to be... This probably is Packers Chiefs.
No, it's not the first one ever, but you're in the single digits of Super Bowls.
Oh, it's Jets Colts.
It is Jets Colts. Yep, 16-7. Joe Namath guarantees a victory for the first time during the NFL AFL merger.
16-7. What a barn burner.
Yeah, I know. Number 10. We actually talked about this earlier today.
We did?
Yes, we did.
Like how earlier?
Like earlier in the show when we were talking about longest receptions and everything else.
Jesus God. It's Steelers, Arizona Cardinals.
Very good. That a boy.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Okay, number 11 does involve the Patriots, and they won.
This is the Patriots win.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been... Well, trying to think. We got... Would this have been the second one in a row? Where they beat the Rams, and then the following year they beat... Because they went back-to-back, 03-04.
It's the first of 2. They won in 04, and then they went 5. 03-04, yeah. Yeah. The first of 2.
Yeah.
They both were close games. So, if again...
they beat the Rams in the first one. So
the Rams was 2000. The Rams one was 2000.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we had Pats beating the Rams already.
Yeah, that was... Wait, where am I at here?
Pats, Falcons, No, we didn't have that. So this is the Patriots beating the Rams.
We brought it up.
That was the anniversary of it.
Yeah.
So this is the Patriots beating the Rams with the Adam Vinatieri kick.
It's not that one, but it's coming up. That's at 12. This is their first. So they won it in 2000. Then they take a 2-season.
No, they didn't win it in 2000.
2002. Sorry, what am I looking at? 2002. Yeah, okay. They won in 2002. They don't win in 2003. Then they make back-to-back in 4 and 5 or 3 and 4. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm doing seasons and the date. All right.
Okay.
So hear me out. So I'll slow it down. 2001 season, they beat the Rams. Okay.
To win it.
Yes, the 2001 season. All right.
All right. And then the next year,
Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win it in 2003, the 2002 season. Then in 3 and 4, they go back-to-back.
3 and 4, they go back-to-back?
Yes.
You sure?
I'm sure.
When did the Ravens win it? Was that 2001?
The Ravens won it, yes, the 2000 season, 2001 Super Bowl, yes.
Okay, so the Rams, and then their next one would have been against...
We talked about this quarterback, and he's got the longest reception, the longest passing in the Super Bowl game with 85 yards.
Oh, they beat the Carolina Panthers.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
32-29. Now, the one that you were referring to that started their first run is ranked at number 12.
So that's the one where they beat the Rams.
Yes.
Pats Rams.
The
Which is
dynasty
20 years ago today.
dynasty kickoff.
19 years
if you will.
today. Yeah. All right.
Number 13 is an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, geez.
Is this the Dolphins Cowboys?
It's not, no.
Is this the Packers Chiefs?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Is it Colts Cowboys?
No.
Okay.
This is 1979 season, 1980 Super Bowl.
Oh, this is Steelers and Rams.
That's right. Steelers and Rams. Jeez, look at this. Just nosing teams right off the top of his head.
That just is so strange to me.
14. Super Bowl 32.
Oh, that should be pretty easy for me to remember. 32 would have been Broncos over the Packers.
It is 31-24. That's right. Elway was seeking his first Super Bowl win, and Brett Favre was coming off his first Super Bowl
They
win.
were trying to go back to back.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Yep. Everyone will always remember Elway helicoptering for a first down late and then setting up a Terrell Davis touchdown.
Is 15 the one prior to that? Is it Packers Patriots? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
That was a good one, too.
It's a team you brought up earlier. It is the Super Bowl. It's the brother Super Bowl. The brothers?
Oh, so this is going to be Ravens and 49ers.
Very good, yeah.
Also played in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't that long ago.
Once we close out through 20, then we'll take a commercial break. All right, 16. That's an interesting one to have up there because now it's not so... Obviously, the scores don't get too tight, but at 16...
Give me a hint. I didn't mention it yet. 'Cause I feel that Packers... Patriots ones has to be up here somewhere.
Well, I can tell you that it's not in the top 20.
Okay.
Battle of two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. One is retired right now. One is currently on a roster. Don't know about his future.
Oh, boy. This would have been the Saints versus the Colts.
Absolutely. Very good. Yep. Even though it was 31-17, it seems like a lot closer. Tracy Porter had a late pick six on Peyton Manning, and then that kind of ran up the score. But it's two score. That's why I said it's kind of interesting to have that there. Then at 17.
At 17. Let's see. I'm thinking something from the 90s.
No. Close, but it's more... No, it's not in the aughts. 2010 season, 2011 Super Bowl.
Oh. This is the Packers?
Mm-hmm.
Packers over the Steelers.
Yep. Very good. It's at number 17. Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger going back and forth. And...
You're so smart, Troy.
Aaron Rodgers hit Greg Jennings on an all-time great third down conversion to put the game away. Number 18.
Number 18. You say it in a way that I should love it.
Well, we've already it's just a rematch of another one that's already been in the top 20 or whatever else. And
it's a rematch.
Patriots fans are not fans of this quarterback or this team.
So it's the second time that the Giants beat the Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. Mario Manningham gets to make the
like
catch
2012?
instead of David Tyree. What?
Was that 2012? 2012 season, maybe 2013 Super Bowl, something like
It was
that?
2011 season, 2012 Super Bowls.
Right,
played on February 5th, yeah.
Okay. Just think about it. It hadn't been for those Giants.
Mm-hmm.
It hadn't been for those Giants.
Number 19. It's an interesting way that the author says how he has this one ranked as where it was, but this game did feature a 21-point fourth quarter comeback. Now, we did mention earlier that the most points ever scored in a quarter is 35, but a 21-point comeback and a very impressive 11-step drop that I will never stop talking about was in this game.
Oh, this is Mahomes.
Yeah, it's last year's game. 31-21 Chiefs over the 49ers.
I was pretty upset.
Chiefs, Niners. Yeah.
And then in the top 20, before we take our break.
Last of the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
In the 90s?
It is in the 90s. Defensive MVP.
Well, it would be Dallas, the Steelers.
It is Dallas and the Steelers. Jeez, that's insane that you can remember this stuff. It really is. It is entirely impressive because there's no way I would remember any of this without having a computer in front of me and do all this stuff. It is. So,
not one lesson.
Self-taught, no lesson. Thank you very much, Pop. Great. That is a great line. It's not used nearly enough. Only the best guitarist in the world. Self-taught, no lessons. Thank you very much, Pop. Anyway, all right. We're going to take a quick break here at ESPN 1170 AM. We'll be right back. Don't hassle us. We're local.
We're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium. There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Tyson Blazer, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. But maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on this station. Get started today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
I'm Ari Wolf with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The official attendance figures expected for Super Bowl 55 at Raymond James Stadium have been released. 25,000 fans will gather to see Tom Brady's Buccaneers battle it out with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. There'll also be 30,000 cutouts. In the meantime, Chiefs receiver Demarcus Robinson and center Daniel Kilgore landed on the reserve COVID list Tuesday after their barber tested positive. Neither player tested positive, so both could still play Sunday. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports that the Falcons aren't expected to trade quarterback Matt Ryan this offseason. Atlanta has not had any trade conversations about Ryan or their star wideout Julio Jones. In other news, the Dolphins named Eric Studesville and George Godsey co-offensive coordinators, while the Saints hired former Seahawks D coordinator Richard as their new DB's coach. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store this week at Staples?
Maximizing your refund and your peace of mind.
Now at Staples, save up to $25 on select TurboTax software, including new TurboTax Live.
TurboTax Live puts you in touch with a live expert, or do it yourself with TurboTax desktop software.
Shop in store, pick up curbside, or get it delivered same day through Instacart. And save big every day at Staples.
While supplies last. Ends 2/13/21. Curbside available at most stores. Instacart delivery subject to availability. Additional fees may apply.
Hindsight is 2020. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Pandemic, economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Gary is refinancing his home, so he shopped around for the lowest rate and found it at Amerisave.com, setting him up for a lifetime of savings. It's one decision he'll never regret, unlike taking that gig in the testing lab at the deodorant company.
Raise your arm, please. Oh, man, I hate this job.
Pretty regrettable, Gary. Unlike finding that low mortgage rate at Amerisave.com that's got you on your way to a lifetime of savings. Amerisave's rates won't be this low forever, so go to Amerisave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher savings. Call 866-514-SAVE or visit Amerisave.com/licensing for cost information, terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all states except New York. NMLS number 1168.
Today
and Golick Jr.
If there's anyone that won free agency, the nice, cute little week that it was, what was it, like 48 hours?
It was basically like the free agent, like 24-hour deals after Thanksgiving. Yeah.
It was pretty much like Black Friday, like with that type of stuff. Like, hey, we got this player out of, you know what I mean? Sign him now. The Lakers, yes, based on how they retooled, and especially, I know LeBron James talked to Montrezl Harrell, there's a whole different landscape now that actually might work for someone else's benefit. Even though the Warriors are gone, Steph Curry will be back. And I think in Steph's head, the reason why he's so dominant is he thinks he's the best player in basketball. If you look at the periphery, don't count out the Warriors. They might make some noise in the West. And then also the Nets. If they play to their potential with no problems, even though they have problematic personalities, yes, the Lakers can repeat, but it won't be easy.
Janae and Golick Jr., 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Sports bettors, are you ready? You can now experience Iowa's premium sportsbook from the comfort of your own home. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips. All on an easy-to-use app rated #1 on Trustpilot. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they've ditched the other books. Plus, PointsBet's Refer a Friend program is now easier than ever. Refer a friend to PointsBet and you both get $100 in free bets. Share with your friends the faster, easier way to bet. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sportsbook for yourself. And don't forget to sign up with code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. What do you have to lose? So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
The biggest hits. You found them right here on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170. Thanks for tuning in.
It's been a lot of fun today talking about some of the records in sports and Super Bowl and looking at some of the Super Bowl teams. And again, Coral, we'll give Erickson a little bit, but you took care of this and you ran with it. And the idea that it is National Women's Sports Day, and we get to talk about, some of the women that growing up that we watched and admired as athletes or whatever else. And I don't even know if we talked about the Williams sisters, but Serena and Venus. I mean, that's incredible.
They're freaking rock stars.
So, again, it's National Girls and Women in Sports Day. So,
I'm gonna tweet at our girls.
Encourage everybody, and I'll have to as well. But let's clean this up a little bit and just do like a little bit of rapid fire, T-Roy.
Okay. You just got to give me hints from here because it's going to be tough.
No. We're not doing. We did the top 20. We don't need to do it. You did everything great. I'm giving you rapid fire, just topics that we're going to talk about. See how long we can go about it. Okay.
Okay.
The USGA, the United States Golf Association, and Europe's RNA. They jointly announced yesterday that they will explore 4 potential changes intended to curb distant gains in golf because the distances are getting much further than ever before and the courses can't keep up.
Right. I mean, you got guys that are driving at nearly 400 yards.
Yes. So the 4 things that they're looking at doing is changing the specifications of equipment, changing how manufacturers test equipments, limiting the maximum club length to 46 inches, and allowing tournament organizers to implement equipment standards. USGEO CEO Mike Davis said, via GolfWeek, golfers need to understand that this every generation hits the ball further is affecting the game negatively. We're just trying to fit the game of golf back on golf courses. Where are you at on this?
Well, from the purist standpoint, yes, you know guys that played in the 60s and prior to that were basically using wooden clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for drivers and fairway woods. Compare that, to what they're using today. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, when you start talking about setting low scores, things like that, it certainly has changed the game, where your short game, where before you had more of a mid-range game.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it easier to get closer with a shorter club? I would have to say yes. So it's making all-time records and that more acceptable. I mean, granted, look at when Tiger broke the Masters record back in 2000, I believe.
Yep.
or was it 99 or 2000, whatever it was when he broke it. Now, 20 years later, it's broke again.
Yeah, and he even alluded to it in November. He was like, "Oh, the course kind of changed a little bit since my first one," and he was joking. It was tongue in cheek.
But here's the deal: they changed the course because of Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, Tiger was playing with equipment, 20-year-old equipment, but that compared to what Jack and Tom and Arnie and all them.
Yes, the increase in 30 years has gone up 13%. The average PGA Tour driving distance was 262.8 yards. Now it's 296.4. This guy, this guy, Bernard Langer?
Yeah, Bernie Langer.
Okay. At age 63, he's averaging on the PGA Senior Circuit, he's averaging 273.5 yards. In his prime, in 1985, he averaged 269.7.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, you're gaining from technology. Now, the golf club people that make them, it's not their fault. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because here, for example.
Okay, so can I ask you this? Can I ask you this? I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's the best question there, right there. Should equipment be altered, or should the courses expand?
You're taking up more real estate then. It's hard for them to expand. Some of these old courses are set, they're landlocked, if you will, all right?
A lot of them are.
Do you then change where you have bunkers and things like that? That's what you do.
I'm still listening to you, but I remember the conversation we had on Monday. What's the golf thing that we think we're missing this weekend? What's the golf one that we always like with the people that attend?
Oh, the Walmart, the Waste Management Waste Management Open down in Phoenix.
Okay, I just want to see if it is if I was right that it's this weekend, because then
it's either this weekend or next weekend.
Okay, off the air. If it is off the air, we can do a.
Here's the deal. They develop all this technology for clubs to be forgiving and things like that. For your amateurs, for us.
Okay.
The pros don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part. Like, you have... the clubs are... The irons they're using are not like... they're not cavity-backed irons and things like that. They're using blades. Because they're that good.
Okay.
Because you get more action and all this other stuff out of it. But, they have developed some fairway irons, if you will. Some hybrids that you see a lot more of the pros using. I think probably they need to just kind of give it maybe pull the reins back. You started thinking about like a guy like DeChambeau.
Mm-hmm.
What did he go to? Like a 47-inch length?
And they're all the same.
Yeah. But his driver, he made it extra tall. So he was driving it well over 300 yards.
Yeah.
In that one tournament. Yeah. I think yes, it makes sense.
Brad says on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread, he said, so it's like NASCAR when they put the restrictor plates on.
Yeah.
Because cars are going faster, yeah.
Well, that's a situation, too, where you had to slow them down because of death. This isn't death. This isn't life or death. This is just, they're talking about just keeping it so that the courses for the, you're just talking about what I was getting back to earlier. You're talking about having to move hazards. They place the hazards in certain spots so that when you drive the ball, you have to drive it more accurately so you don't go into a fairway bunker.
Can I ask you this as someone who doesn't know anything or whatever else? Because obviously there's a lot of times where basketball's changing, the NFL is changing, and baseball's got their purists or whatever else, and golf is a gentleman's game or whatever. Is there going to be... These changes aren't going to happen overnight, all right? Maybe at the earliest it'll be next year, but they're saying there's a problem here.
Well, they're pretty quick at implementing things in golf that they feel that are unfair advantage.
Okay.
Or that they don't like.
That, so that's why I'm asking.
Like when they had the super high putters that people were basically resting on their chin.
Yeah.
They eliminated that pretty quickly.
That looked hard to do.
It just made it more pendulum, and they're like, they had it up here, and they're anchoring it,
I prefer shorter ones.
I'm taller. I want a club where I don't have to bend over as much when I'm putting. I like to be upright.
Not me.
Yeah, I think the distance that you're seeing now is just fine, but they don't want it to increase.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably going to limit,
Well, do they ask the same things?
It's definitely going to change, you're going to get... I think the golf manufacturers then will just change their focus from distance to accuracy and forgiveness, so you don't have so many errant.
Yeah.
If you're off like a touch, you're not going to go so far. They're going to try to work on that type of thing rather than working on the distance part.
Do they ask the same things?
And a lot of this is balls too. It's not just clubs.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Well, and baseball, softball bats.
Yeah.
Those have changed.
Well, that's the thing. Kind of like, baseball, all the way through until you get to the pros, is you can use a metal bat.
Yeah.
But in the pros, you go to wood,
Right.
that type of thing. And I know there's like some golf balls, like if there's extra dimples or something, they can go further or whatever else. I don't know, but
Or they have a different
I don't know the technology either
thing
on it,
in the
but
middle.
you got.
I didn't know that they changed it. And it's funny that as you were saying it about the anchor, like Erickson on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread is talking about 6 years ago, they changed the putters. They're anchored to your body. At the same time, you're saying it. I just didn't know, because I don't know the sport as well, that if there's like the purists that are like, no way, don't change the rules or anything. I didn't know that they were that
it's
easy
not even
adapting.
that they changed rules. It's just like when they see something come that they think, really don't like what the results are. It's making it too easy or whatever else. Then they say, hey, we're going to outlaw that.
Gotcha.
That's how they do it in golf for the most part. So, I mean, I can't say I'm either one. I can't say that I'm 100% against this distance and things. It is kind of fun to see the guys. But listen, you want to see a long drive contest, they have those too. And those guys aren't very good golfers. They can just drive the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never see a long drive guy end up being in the PGA.
I can putt. I can't drive.
Mookie can putt her ass off.
I can only putt and force them in best balls. That way they can see the break.
We should do a
Dude,
don't hassle us
whatever
putt,
it is.
putt challenge.
My wife can putt, and it's just amazing how much she can putt.
If I've said this once, I've said it 100 times.
Oh boy.
Every time I have no idea what we're doing on the show, it's one of my favorites. And today was one of my favorites.
We just took things and ran with them.
I was late to get this thing on, whatever else, and every time, if I'm ever in a panic that I don't know what we're gonna do, it always ends up being one of my favorites. So good job today by you two.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And people on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread. Appreciate everything. It was a good time, and great job on guessing all the Super Bowls, T-Roy. But great conversation and talking about the female athletes. And yes, I need to tweet out to each one of those that I say that have been guests on the show. So we got 10 seconds left. Hey, enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. Stay safe and sanitized. Have a hassle-free Wednesday at Quad Cities.
Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170, KBOB Davenport.